I will show you how to install Gemini CLI, some useful commands, and how to code with it in VS Code or your favorite editor, how to add memory and MCP servers, and keep track of all your chats too. So here's where you'll find instructions to install Gemini CLI. I'll leave all the links in the description or a pinned comment. So this first command runs a Gemini CLI. It will not install it. The CLI is downloaded and set up fresh every time you run the command, and it disappears after the session ends. This second command will install it permanently. After you install it, you can run Gemini using this command. For both of these, you need this node version. And how do you check if you have this node version installed is open a command line or terminal and type node-v, and it will show you the node version which you have installed. So if your node version, if you don't have node or your node version is less than 20, you have to go to this link and download and install Node.js. So once you've done that, you can come here, copy this command and run it to install Gemini. So now we have installed Gemini CLI. You can try running it with the Gemini command. So yeah, now you have to pick a theme because you're running this for the first time after installation. I will go with this one. And you have to log in with your Google account. I have tried using the API key before, but it didn't work for me. Now that I have authenticated, now there are a set of built-in commands which are quite useful. So if you type in /, it will show you all the available commands. So if you want to quit the CLI, you can use this quit command or Control-C twice. It will quit, and you want to start it again, run Gemini again. One of the important commands is memory. You can do show, add, and refresh with memory. So what is this memory? So it says here, create gemini.md files to customize your interactions with Gemini. So this is what Gemini creates when we add something to the memory. Gemini can save the context that you give it, like your name, your preferred coding style, languages, tech stack, or your preferred writing style, even specific goals or notes you want Gemini to remember when creating responses for you. This is very useful because Gemini will use this memory to tailor its responses for you, and you don't have to mention these things in every prompt. You can also have a project specific memory. Let's just add something to the memory first and see what happens. You can use this memory add command, or you can just tell Gemini to remember something, like let's say my name is Winnie. Please add this to memory. Let's see what it does. So now it has created this file, and if you go to your user home directory, you will see this .gemini folder. Inside there will be a markdown file called Gemini. That's where it stores all the memories. So you can add things manually here by typing in, I would say my OS is Windows, so always use Windows commands in CLI. So if I save this and close it and say memory show, oh, it doesn't show that the last line that I added. I will have to refresh the memory. So instead of show, I will refresh it, and then we'll try show. Okay, now you can see that line has been loaded into the CLI's memory. So yeah, that's memory. And the next command is clear. I think it's very clear. You can clear all the previous commands. And then there is MCP. So I have no MCP servers configured. And to configure an MCP server, you have to go into this .gemini folder and open up the settings.json. So this is where you add your MCP servers. I will show you how to add an MCP server for Obsidian. Obsidian is a note-taking tool that I use. So I want to interact with my notes app using Gemini. So I'll show you how to do that. So I don't have any MCP servers here. Let's add one. So the one that I'm going to add is the Obsidian MCP server for this notes app that I have. For that, I need to run a REST API because this is a local app. I don't have these notes in the cloud. You have to install this plugin, local REST API, and enable it. And then after that, you have to copy this code from here, MCP servers, copy that and add to the settings .json file, add a comma after the last item there, and then paste this part. And if I save this, let's see if we get anything. Yeah, quit and reload. Yeah, now it shows using one gemini.md file and one MCP server. So let's see what it is. My Obsidian MCP server has been added, and now let's say add a new note to Obsidian about MCP servers. So before I run that, let's see. So here are all my notes. So this folder doesn't contain anything. Let's delete that. I have some AWS notes and some other stuff in there. Let's see if this is able to create a file here. So it's searching web for MCP servers. Now I have to allow this, and it has added the file. Wow. I have an automatic note now. So this is how I created most of these notes. I initially used Cloud Desktop. Now I'm using Gemini CLI. So next we'll look at the chat command. So the chat command has list, save, or resume options. So if we say chat list, there are no saved conversations. So this chat command is important if you say you have a conversation going on with Gemini, but you have to quit or switch to a different task, but then you expect to continue the conversation later. So what you can do is, okay, let's start a chat. Okay, great. It's doing a Google search. Okay, now we have now we have a response, and I want to save this chat. Yeah, chat save. I have to give it a name. So now if we want to retrieve this chat later, let's say we go on and do something else, and then now if I want to continue the chat, let's do resume LLM. Now you can continue from where you left off. Let's see how we can use Gemini CLI in VS Code. This is a project that I had worked on some time back. Now, if I want to use a Gemini CLI in any IDE, what you can do is go to terminal. Yeah, so now I can, if I type in @, it will show me a list of files in this project, and I can refer to any file, say explain or something like that, or I could say, so I have given this prompt: explore the entire repository to understand the code base from multiple angles. As a software architect, software developer, and product manager, compile your findings into a very extensive markdown document in the root of the repository. For describing technical concepts, include mermaid diagrams in this markdown file. This prompt is not something that I created. I got this from another YouTuber who explained how to code effectively with coding assistance. I'll try to add that link in my description. Now it's creating the technical documentation. Now I have to allow it to write the files. So it's creating a README file. Let's see. No, I don't want to install any dependencies here. So let's preview. Yeah, this is pretty accurate. So browser React app has created some nice diagrams as well. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very good document. So yeah, you can ask it to make any changes, make some changes. Let's say if I want to, let's say I want to update this URL. So add crypto service, update the web URL to, let's just change a number here. Let's see if it's let's see if it can do it. Yeah, cool. It's trying to change once. Yep, it's changed. I'm gonna change it back. Okay, and so if I say run the start the application. Settlement. Yeah, looks like it's already started. So it knows the command to run to start this application. Let's see. Yeah, both the webhooks are not working, so it's failing to fetch the data, but the application is running. So as you can see, I'm running Gemini in my VS Code and also in my command line. So I'm running two separate instances of Gemini. So yeah, have fun with Gemini CLI.